Genie, back at it again with another video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, it helps me out a ton. And you guys seem to really love last week's video of me talking about how much I paid for my M3 comp. And I decided to make a video of what it's like to actually daily the M3. We're gonna go over 3 things that I really like about dailying this car and 3 things that I don't like about dailying this car. And there's it's honestly not too many big things when it comes to dailying it because this car is just so much fun. So we're gonna get straight into it. Oh, that sounds so good. All right, so the first thing that I really like about this car is how fun it is from the factory. Like, you buy the car and it is just so much fun. Just that pops. Just out the gate, it's just so much fun. No need to tune it, no need to put aftermarket parts, no need to do anything crazy to the car. It's just already so much fun. And you're able to control the power or how you want this thing to drive with like your fingers. It's all at your fingertips. You're able to control the exhaust, suspension, the steering, everything. Like, you've got your M1 button and your M2 buttons that you can, you know, pre-select to your different modes to suit your best driving modes, you know what I mean? And it comes like that factory. You're able to just enjoy the car and have a lot of fun in it when all of its power straight from the factory without having to buy any aftermarket parts or anything like that. So that's number 1. The car is super fun out the gate. No mods, no extra money apart from the 50+K that you already put into the car. You don't need to spend another $1,000 to make it fun. Along with that, the car already looks fantastic too. So that would be number 1 for me. The speed and power of this car that you get straight from the factory. So my second thing about this car that I really like would definitely be the luxury of it. Like, the interior is really nice, really modern, especially for a 2018 car. You've got carbon fiber, you've got a really nice dash, you've got Apple CarPlay, touchscreen, and I opted in for the heated steering wheel and the heated seats. Let me turn this off so you guys can see. Sheesh. The competition seats. I have the heated steering wheel and the heated seats, and they are a game changer. I come from a car that didn't have working AC, didn't have working heater, into this car, and it's just so nice to have actually functioning AC and heater, but also to have a heated steering wheel and heated seats. In the mornings, I wake up around like 4 because I go to the gym super early, and I walk my dogs before I head out. So what I do is I go downstairs, I turn on the car, let it warm up itself, the engine, and then I also turn on my heated steering wheel and my heated seats. And by the time I'm done walking my dogs and I'm ready to go to work, I go inside of my car from that cold weather, and I've got my seat is nice and warm and ready for me to go, and the steering wheel is nice and warm and ready for me. And if you're somebody like me whose hands get cold so fast and your fingertips are always cold for no reason, having that heated steering wheel is a game changer. Like, I didn't think heated steering wheels were such a big deal or like made any difference. I thought they were like kind of a waste of money. But now that I have one, dude, I don't drive without it. It's always on. And that's the really great things about these cars. They feel like luxury cars. They don't just feel like uncomfortable rocket ships that the only purpose is to, you know, go, and there's no comfort settings, there's no luxury settings. No, this car is very comfortable and very luxurious, especially for daily driving. So that would be my second reason. Now, my third reason about why I really like this car, we kind of touched on it a little bit, is the amount of variety and control you have on this car. You've got your M1 and M2 sport buttons that you can preset to whatever settings you want to set, and you've got all your control here of your engine, your suspension, and your steering. It's what makes this car a really good daily car, because you're able to put it in efficient and comfort modes to better suit that commuter job that you'd want this car to do if you're dailying it. For example, lots of people think the gas mileage is pretty bad on these cars, that it's only at 17 miles per gallon, but I always keep it in efficient and comfort, and I've been able to get this thing up to 20 to 22 miles per gallon in the city. So if you drive this car very conservatively and you're not always flooring it, it's really good on gas in that efficient setting, which is really cool to have. So just so you guys know what options you have to control, let me pull over real quick and show you guys. Here's what you have. You've got your engine modes, which is this one on the left, the very left. The efficient mode is your first setting. Your sport mode is your second setting, and your sport plus is the highest setting. That controls the power and the valves of the car, whether they're open or closed. You've also got your suspension button here, where you're able to click from comfort to sport to super sport, and same thing for your steering wheel, from comfort to sport to super sport. And it's really cool to have these options in this car because, for one, it's able to suit you for any driving needs, wherever you're going or whatever you're doing with it. You're just able to put it in so many different modes to suit whatever you're doing. And I just feel like that is such a cool feature to have, especially for daily driving. The way you have so much control over how the car drives is just a phenomenal thing to have, because you're able to have the best of both worlds, essentially, where you have your super fast rocket ship in one button and you've got your super comfortable efficient commuter on the other one. It's just so cool to be able to control that much of your car at your fingertips. It's literally all right here. You press one or two buttons and the car just completely shifts in personality. And I feel like that is an amazing feature to have in a car, especially a daily car. So to summarize, number one is how fast it is from the factory. Number two, how luxurious and comfortable this car is. And number three is the variety you have in this car, because that's what keeps the car fresh and always feeling fun and not boring and repetitive. So those are the three things that I really like about dailying this car so far. Let's move on to the three things I don't like about dailying this car. As you guys probably heard pulling in here, the first thing I don't like about this car is the brakes. Number one, they squeak a lot and loud at low speeds, and two, the brake dust. Dude, let me show you. Look at the brake dust on these cars, man. Like, look at that. That's from just one swipe. Look, there's so much brake dust on these cars, and I feel like that's not something that lots of people talk about. The brakes get so dirty so fast. Like, I'm literally washing the car and I drive home and there's already brake dust on them. It's crazy. Dude, I don't know if that's just my car, or I mean, I know all of them do it, but I don't know if mine just is doing it more than it should be. But if any of you guys know how to fix that or why it does that, please comment it down below on how I can fix it or why, because the amount of brake dust on this car is crazy. Not to mention that the car is black already, so it's just completely filthy and it gets so dirty so fast. So that's the first thing I don't like about dailying this car. The brakes squeak very loud at low speeds, and they get very, very dirty very, very fast. Just show off my badges real quick. Jeez, look at that. All right, so the second thing I don't like about this car is, we all knew it, we all know it going into it, is the gas. You do have to buy that expensive premium gas for these cars. They have to run on that expensive stuff. And like I said, the gas mileage on this car, you can get pretty good mileage out of it, keeping it in its efficient modes. But the gas itself is already expensive. Especially here in California, gas prices are ridiculous. And even if you're like me who doesn't drive a lot, the gas adds up quick, especially since it's expensive. Like, it adds up very quickly. So make sure you have a gas budget coming into buying cars like these, because that gas will add up fast. Thankfully, I have an amazing girlfriend who always chips in and helps me out on gas. And if you guys have a partner who's always going to you and picking you up and taking you on dates in their car, be nice, show some appreciation, give them some gas, because they are driving you around in their car. Thankfully, my girlfriend is super amazing, super considerate, and always cares and thinks about me, and she always helps me out with a little bit of gas. But including what she helps me out with, I still spend around $60 to $80 on gas a week, which adds up. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less if I go to events or if I'm driving a little more crazy. But the gas, guys, it adds up, even if you don't plan on driving much, but I'm sure you are if you're going to be using it as a daily driver. So make sure you have a gas budget when it comes to buying this car. Make sure you know and have money set aside for your weekly gas, because you don't want to end up spending more money on gas than you would assume, and it affects other areas in your life. Have a gas budget in place to make sure that you're able to afford other things, because the gas will add up. I'm trying to make this as clear as possible, guys. The gas is not cheap. But that would be number 2. The gas having to be that premium expensive gas. That's number 2. My bad, guys. My freaking GoPro died, so we're on the phone now. The second thing that I don't like about this car, my mistake, the second thing was gas. The third thing that I don't like about this car is the Apple CarPlay system. It's half screen Apple CarPlay. Oh, it's not even focusing. This is why I don't like using my phone. But it's half screen Apple CarPlay and half screen whatever this is. You know, it's not full screen Apple CarPlay, which is kind of annoying and kind of frustrating. Like, that looks ugly. I'm currently talking with somebody that's gonna hook me up with doing installs for Apple CarPlay, for the full screen Apple CarPlay. So let's see how much that costs, and we're probably gonna get it done. I'll make a video on it letting you guys know how much it cost me, because apparently it's just some coding. But I know this probably isn't a big deal, but I'm looking at it the entire time I'm in the car, and it's a little frustrating to see it's not full screen. I don't know why they didn't just do full screen Apple CarPlay. Like, why did they have to do half? Like, what were they thinking making it? You know what I mean? It's kind of, why? I don't know. Just, I don't like how that looks. And also, sometimes my phone doesn't connect properly. Sometimes it disconnects my phone, or it doesn't let it connect completely, and I have to like remove it from here. I have to forget it on my phone, and then I have to reconnect it and pair it and everything. And it can be frustrating sometimes, especially on those hard days or like those annoying days where I come in and I just want to listen to music, but it's not working out. But that would be number 3. It's something small, but I feel like, you know, somebody who's always driving the car and seeing that, it would bug them as well. So that would be my 3 reasons. Number 1, the brakes. The brakes, they're loud, they squeak, and they get dusty. Dusty, dude. And you're always gonna have to clean them. That's why I haven't decided on what wheels to get. Like, I want to get chrome wheels because I love the look of chrome wheels, and I feel like it's just such a. I've always loved the look of chrome wheels. I had it on my old Mustang, and I just feel like it looks so good. I like how it looks in the sun, spinning, or when lights point at it. Chrome looks so good. But if I'm gonna have such dirty chrome wheels all the time, it's gonna be a pain in the butt to keep those things clean. So I've been looking at some maybe glossy black ones, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I get some chrome wheels on the F80 or some black wheels on the F80? I like chrome more, but I don't know. I do want you guys' input because, you know, I want you guys to feel involved in the build. But let me know down in the comments below what you think kind of wheels I should get on this car. So that's number 1, the brakes that I don't like. Number 2, the gas. Having to buy that premium gas, it adds up like crazy. So keep that in mind. Have a gas budget so that you don't end up wasting more money or not having money for other things because you spent it all on gas. Okay, so gas for sure. And number 3 would be the Apple CarPlay system. I feel like that could have been full screen. I don't know why they didn't do a full screen in the beginning. They should have just done it full screen from day 1. So in conclusion, this is a great daily car, super fun and super reliable and super comfortable, super luxurious. It'll fit every single one of your needs. It's super practical, bro. It's super practical and will take care of you as long as you take care of it. Will I be dailying this car? No, probably not. I live in LA. There's so much traffic all the time. Most of the time I don't get to enjoy the car, so I'm wasting those precious valuable miles of the car sitting in traffic or going 30 miles an hour because 2 people want to draft 5 miles under the speed limit right next to each other, not leaving any room to pass. I hate it when people do that. Then when they're going the same speed side by side so nobody can pass, and it's just like, if you live here in Los Angeles, you know the traffic is terrible. So I'm not going to be daily driving this car. I'm wasting miles sitting in traffic most of the time, and I'm wasting miles just, you know, not going anywhere, not doing anything. I do drive this car a lot, and I plan on driving it a lot more, but I'm not gonna daily it. It's just no point, not here in Los Angeles with all the traffic, all the police, all the crazy people, all the bad drivers. I don't want to daily drive it because I feel like it's a waste of miles, and it's just, you're not driving the car to its full potential. But it is a good daily car for those of you who want to daily it. I'm not gonna daily it just because it doesn't really suit me and I have a motorcycle. But if you want to daily this car, 100%, I recommend it. It is a fantastic car. It has everything you will ever want and need. So I'm going to end the video there. Hopefully that gave you guys some sort of insight on what it's like to daily drive this car and what things to look out for. I'm going to be making a video on ambient lighting inside of the car very, very soon. I know I've been talking about it a lot, but it's coming. I'm going to have ambient lighting in this car, and it's going to look fantastic. So let me know down in the comments below if you have any questions about what it's like to actually daily a car like this, or any questions you have in general about the car or anything that you want me to answer, I'll go ahead and respond to it. I respond to every single comment. And be sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video.